Hey everyone, this is Samlock24, and today I'm going to show you a little bit more gameplay of that Gladiator Beast deck, and the deck's actually really good. I've only lost twice to, one was to really bad hands, and the other one was the opponent summoned a monster that I couldn't get over, so I just automatically lost. I didn't record the losses because you guys don't, for whatever reason, you don't like to see losses, and I guess my progress with this event isn't really that good. Haven't really pulled anything. The super rares are, well, I think I did pull one super rare. I pulled the Rainbow Life. Everything else I think was given to me for the completing the, I guess, the certain marks that the event gives you, and I think that I got a Topaz Tiger as that too. But anyways, haven't been like lucky at all to get anything good from Jesse. Not that anything's good there. It's a decent fun deck, I guess. Don't really I guess recommend his deck to be used in a rank setting. So let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. The deck's actually really simple, and well, let me change series because I think I have it with Pegasus. All right, let me go ahead and click on it. I did change it from last time. I did changed it up a little bit, and here it is. So overall, running 3 Gladiator Beast Laquari, 2 Gladiator Beast Bestiari, 1 Gladiator Beast Murmillo, 1 Test Ape, 1 Octavius, 1 Dimacari, 3 Andal, 3 enemy controllers, 3 Mirror Wall, and 3 Wall of Disruptions. So this is the way I like to play the deck. I know there's a lot of people playing I think Guns Blazing's build, which, I mean, I'm not hating on the guy, but I don't like the build. And it's just down to my personal preference, and everybody has their own opinion on the deck. And this is the way I want to run the deck, or that I like to run the deck. It has a lot of versatility. It has a lot of things that you can do. Enemy Controller is a game-winning card. Mirror Wall is good, and so is the Wall of Disruption. Oh, and I did take out the other high-level monster, and I put in a Test Ape. Test Ape is actually really good, especially if you're going first. You'll go ahead and set it and then summon a Gladiator Beast afterwards, and it doesn't let your opponent know if you just set it what exactly it is that you're playing. So I do like this build a little bit better than the last one, and I will keep working to improve it. I haven't had much time to play it. I played several games, and like I said, I've only lost twice so far. The deck is really good, really consistent. I've been destroying literally everything I'm playing against. And whenever you're playing the deck, you do have to keep in mind that the deck is very flexible. It can basically do anything. It is, on my list anyways, or in my opinion, it is the best deck right now that is out there. And I don't know who might disagree with me. They might have their own reasons on why they might disagree. But this is the best deck right now. First of all, let's go ahead and get into this first replay. And the deck can just do basically everything. It can destroy monsters. It can destroy back row. It can do everything. There's really not a thing that the deck can't do. One of the major downsides to the deck is that if your opponent isn't attacking and they have a high level monster, it is gonna be a little bit harder. But there is ways around that with enemy controller and with all the mirror walls and the wild disruptions. So if for whatever reason he attacks with one of the monsters, even not the actual big monster, you can still wild disruption, and then his monster just becomes so weak that you can attack over it. But there is going to be some occasions where you're not going to have that, and that's literally one of the only ways that you may or may not lose, depending on I guess luck and your level of skill. And the deck does kind of have I'm not gonna say like really high skill level set that you need in order for you to play. And here, this was like one of my my last games, and I wasn't really paying attention. And at this point, I was really cocky, and I was just attacking everything left and right because I really didn't care about what the opponent had, and it almost cost me. But I mean, instead, the Cyber Angel player, I don't know if it's the first time he's using Cyber Angels or what it was. But in my opinion, at least, he's not using the deck to the fullest extent as to what the deck is capable of. The Cyber Angel, I think it's still one of the top decks, but it's not the top deck. Again, that's going to be Gladiator Beast. But the Cyber Angels do have a lot of synergy, and Wall Disruption just completely destroys this guy. Here, I accidentally clicked on that. I was trying to see, I couldn't remember what it was. And I clicked on it and I tried to look at my cards and I accidentally activated, but that was a misclick. It shouldn't be. I guess if you were thinking if I did it, then it would have been a misplay, but not a misplay, it was a misclick. There's nothing I can do about it. Because there was literally no point in activating the wall with the Wall Disruption and then the Mirror Wall. I would have just taken just like 500 more damage, or 600. But anyways, this guy, I think he had better plays. Not sure what his train of thought was when he was playing against me. And I kind of wasn't paying that much attention to, because I think this was like really late. I don't know. I remember if it was like late at night or earlier in the morning, or but I wasn't really paying that much attention when I was playing against him. But again, the deck is really good. It's really good against everything. The another kind of hard matchup. It's the Ancient Gears, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to destroy them really bad. And once you can, if you target their first card, there's really not much they can do. Laquari can just go head to head, and then you're running so many traps that they're not gonna be able to attack. So Bestiari just completely destroys the Ancient Gear deck. Alright, he didn't get a monster, unfortunately for him, so I can go ahead and attack. He does Windstorm, so it still gives me that +1, so I'm still fine. He goes ahead and tributes for the beast, and I think the way he's running the deck is the way that you should run it, with 3 beast. And let me know if you want to see my my Ancient Gear deck, and I'll go ahead and show you guys. There's really, I don't know if not much point in me doing it, unless you really want to go ahead and see it, see my version of it, because there's a lot of people that already made a deck, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be similar to one of them. I haven't seen all of their videos, I haven't seen basically no one else's videos, but there's so many out there that my version is going to be similar to one of theirs. But if you want to just go ahead and see it, just let me know, and I'll post it maybe tomorrow or during the weekend. But anyways, this guy was being tough, Sergeant Electro. And here I should have attacked the 1300, but again, I wasn't paying that much attention. And like I said, the deck, as long as you have like just a minuscule amount of skill, you should be fine. I mean, the deck has everything. It has high attack, everything. Negation, destruction. It is a top tier deck, like I said. Or in my opinion, it's a top tier deck. It's just so good, and I think this is most likely people playing the Casey Cup. I think this is what it's going to be their go-to. And the bad thing about this thing is that we don't have a main phase 2, and this deck can do a ton of things in main phase 2. And could you imagine if we had Gazaris or that other, the one that requires 2 fusions to contact? That would be completely insane if you could do that in a main phase 2 and just blow up 2 of their cards. I'm glad that it's not out, because otherwise they'd just be completely ridiculous. Okay, and if you're into anime, you need to check out the video that Screw Attack. I think I don't know if they released it today, but I did watch it today. It's a death battle between Naruto and Ichigo. It was a decent watch. So if you're into anime, go ahead and check them out. I'll leave you guys a link in the description if you care to watch it. I'm playing against Geminis. What's the test tape? And here I was kind of scared of a mirror wall, and that's the only reason I activated an enemy controller. I was thinking he probably had a mirror wall for summoning the butterfly, not activating the effect like straight off. So I figured he probably has a mirror wall. I'm gonna go ahead and try the enemy controller, but it wasn't a mirror wall, it was an enemy controller. But again, I was playing it safe. And there I forgot to go ahead and set that mirror wall, but I should have set it. And fortunately for me, it really doesn't have anything else after that. So, and you just win the game shortly after. But it did make me fall for that glove back row, thinking that, or maybe he just forgot to do the blaze ring. I don't know. And there's a lot of ancient gear decks out there. A lot of people are playing it. And I can understand because you have a level 4 that's 21 attack right off the bat with that being the... What is it? It's not the soldier, the other one. The engineer. It is the engineer, right? I think it is. But anyway, that's 21 attack whenever it comes out, so it's massive. And I can see that a lot of people aren't going to be able to handle that, especially in the lower ranks. But once you get into like legend and higher, the high attacks aren't really... They're really not going to help you. They are going to be good, but not as good as in lower ranks. And here playing against Naturias. Naturias, again, they're kind of slow. Well, not slow, but they're not as good as they used to be before Cyber Angels and Gladiator Beast came out. And this Wild Disruption just completely destroys Naturias. I'm thinking that the Wild Disruption's it's gonna get limited to 1. I'm gonna go ahead and already call it. It's way more powerful than Nerwall because it is a permanent effect where they stay at 0 or they stay at 800 or whatever they stay at. And they're destroying the back row. And I'm at 200 life points, but I really don't care because I can just go ahead and just control everything. And this is what the deck does. It controls. It's a control deck. And if you know how to play it, you're gonna win most of the time. You still exchanges, which I'm fine with, I guess. I can trade for his 25, attack over, and then this is one of the reasons I don't like Octavia is you have to discard whenever you attack, or otherwise you're not gonna have a monster. Alright, and then he gave up after that. And overall, most of the videos I am doing a ton of misplays, and it's not because, well, basically it's because I'm not paying attention. But again, a lot of people, or I don't know if it's just the people that I'm playing against, but I don't think they've played Yu-Gi-Oh! On at a competitive level, so they're, I guess, not as used to. I don't know if it's the game mechanics or the strategy behind it, because to some level it is strategy and it is skill, but again, it's not that much. It is, I don't know, it is luck based, but you do need to have some level of skill or some type of experience. And here you can see me attacking, and even though I still take damage, it's fine because I can go ahead and go ahead and swap out my Gladiator Beast and just do a ton of destruction. And this is what the deck does. It literally controls what your opponent does, and it controls what your opponent is gonna have, whether that's set or if you're gonna destroy a monster or whatever. The deck has a lot of control, and that's why, in my opinion, it's the best deck right now. So if you've followed me from like the beginning, you know that I am always the person that says that life points do not matter as long as you have more than one, or more than 50. Like more than it's 100, more than 50. Well, basically more than one. If you have more than one, you should be fine. And here comes Heraklinos. Heraklinos is gonna negate everything, and there's a game. Alright, there it is. Alright, so there it is. Let me go ahead and show you the deck. I could have just went into the deck from there. But here's the deck list again. Again, this is the version I prefer to run. You can run whatever version you like. This is kind of optimized to my likings. I do like every card in here, and I've played for a bit now. I do have experience in the competitive guess level, or at the competitive level, not in the Duel Links zone, but in real life. And this deck it just works for me. If you have a different version, or if you want to go ahead and shoot me a screenshot with your version and your thoughts on it, I'll gladly take a look at it. And you can do that on my Facebook. I'll leave my Facebook link down in the description below. And I guess that's gonna be it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. I am still doing that giveaway, not a giveaway, a gift to one of my subscribers on this coming, I think it's this coming Friday. It's November the 10th. So don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.